At last, we got up here. Quite a walk, about 15 minutes, but we got here and we'll be going on down to the mine very soon. So this is the real life place that Fred Flintstone would have come to work. Maybe not. Third rate research. So basically what we're looking at here is a Bronze Age ore mine, and its discovery in 1987 completely changed the way we look at history in the British Isles, as previously to its discovery ore was not thought to have been mined on a sort of industrial scale until the times of the Romans. This mine, which was at first an open cast mine but then moved into going underground, was mined 2,000 years before the Romans came to the British Isles. The ore malacat was mined here, the green ore, which was then turned into bronze, which was obviously a key component of the Bronze Age. But there's 3% of the underground workings are currently discovered, which is absolutely massive. The ore that was mined here over 1,000 years, there was enough estimated to make 10 million axes. So as you can imagine, this was an absolutely huge works for this period, and basically it's the biggest mine of its era in the world. Third rate content, third rate research. So the mine was discovered during 1987 because there was a scheme at the time to take out all the mining rubble that was here from the 18th and 19th century mining workings, landscape it and form a car park. That obviously didn't happen because during the works, when they were clearing away the rubble from the 18th and 19th century, shafts were discovered just over here, and tools that complicated the project of the car park. In fact, they ended the project for the car park because this site was obviously of a huge archaeological significance, and it was excavated, and the mine that we can visit today was discovered. Did you can see? First day of excavation, November 1987. So this was all filled with rubble then. As you can see, the water table or sea level. And it wasn't until 300 years ago that we had the technology to pump out the seawater and we could dig down deeper.
To landscape the area. Vivian's shaft, which you can see if you look over the side of the bridge, gave the first access into the mine. Vivian shaft is 470 feet or 150 metres.
Here we have the Green Orme malachite, which was mined in this location, which you needed after a process of smelting to make bronze. These are definitely Fred Flintstone style benches. Perhaps he came here, had his lunch, and he's finished at the quarry. I don't think so. Just going to head underground now to the underground workings. Hopefully we don't get a cave in. I've got my hard hat on, so I'm safe. Right, so we're going underground. Ooh. Just to think that this was the workplace for our ancestors many thousands of years ago. Here I can see some of the green malachite, unless someone's just gone over it with a Sharpie to give us the effect. But anyway, it's given it the effect, and we go underground. I can just imagine chipping away here with my Bronze Age implement for mining. We spent every day digging for the green mineral called malachite, but we left a little that you can see. Yes, kindly. Thanks, guys. Here we go. Each week we went to the beach to collect very hard stones, which we used to hammer the rock to mine. Beach about 20 minutes walk just down the hill, down the Great Orme. And they can have a little break when they're down there as well. Just watch out for the seagulls, guys. And they had the kids working here when they were 5 or 6. So well, I suppose there was no school in those days, so they just put them to work, and rightly so. Wow, we're getting further and further now. And it carries on underneath our feet. Like I said earlier, I think it's 2 or 3% of these workings have been excavated. There's absolutely loads under our feet, and the excavations continue. The original team who discovered this back in 1987 are still working on finding more. We used animal bones to dig copper ore. Over 30,000 have been found during the past 20 years. Yeah, these mines were used for a long time. When we mined these tunnels 4,000 years ago, we used animal fat candles for lighting. We followed. Let's get away. Get away. The short connecting tunnel was mined during the winter of 1993, 5 years after the discovery. All here must lead to some of the further workings that aren't open to the public at the moment. This is very interesting. Well, if you like it being underground, it sort of feels cosy as well. I know that sounds a bit weird, but I mean, I don't feel uncomfortable down here. It's all right. I wouldn't have minded working down here, as long as I did get to go to the beach down again. We're 60 feet below the surface. The deepest Bronze Age tunnels are 150 feet, 46 metres below you. That just puts it into perspective how far down they go. And you can see the dampness down here. Of course, dampness on the rock here. Of course, we're getting down to sea level. So things are just going to get damper and damper. Mind your head. Yeah, it's a good job I've got a hard hat on. I would not like to drop my phone down here. All very low now. Very low. Definitely good job I've got my hard hat on. We crushed copper ore underground, sorted out the waste and packed it into worked out areas. Very efficient. Got the waste out the way and also filled in unstable tunnels. I mean, good mining practice. Good mining practice from the guys 4,000 years ago, estimated. Just got to be careful down here. Ooh. Not want to be dropping my phone down there. Oh, no, don't. Oh, wow. Quite beautiful. That's what you call a gallery. The biggest underground excavation in the world, biggest prehistoric excavation in the world. Quite amazing. This has been blocked since the Bronze Age. Nobody knows what's behind there. It hasn't been unblocked since. Some of these. Quite amazing. I don't think these steps are from the Neolithic era, but you know, they're very useful. The water. We don't find a football coach and his youth football team down here. And I think we're coming out now, back to the surface. Our adventure underground is over. Feels quite muggy out here now, being underground. So that was the third-rate content visit to the Bronze Age mines on the Great Orme. Very interesting and very enjoyable. See you later, and don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and by all means do share. Third-rate content sign now.